Hello and welcome. Right now I'm bringing you right at the beginning. I want you to see my options. So I'm going for hard economy, new farmer start on Vouilly Normandy. Now then, I have just, sorry, the music always bothers me. I'm trying to talk to you and then the music's going in the background. Let me just let this load up. We'll show the options. This is my second attempt at this because the first one went terribly wrong to the point where I thought, oh, this is just such a mess now. And as a content creator, you realize you've got to go with your gut instinct. So we're doing this again. I am going to follow the same premise as I did before. Now we've gone for new farmer start, but I'm going to do what I've done a few times in the past. Is we're like getting rid of where we are, because everybody who starts Vouilly Normandy, most people will probably choose new farmer start and will have that exact location. Now I've done this location a lot in FS22, so I'd like to move us, but we're going to do the strip farm method where we just sell everything and we're going to move from one place to another. Right, so let's just do all of this. At least you know that I am actually coming in. Although you did see me right from the beginning. Although camera trickery is quite an amazing thing. Let's turn the time down for now. Show the standard settings. Show the fact that we do own this set down here, which we're not going to have for very much longer. No, we're going to literally get rid of everything and take our assets, which of course you lose value, although I'm not sure you do at the minute, because I think I've got mods in that mean I get, if I start within a month and I sell everything, I get the full value, which is a nice place to be. With this kind of thing, FS19 used to lose half of the value straight away, so you were getting half of what everyone else did straight away. Right, so I don't want that. I don't want any of the buys. And we do want 50-50 on the maintenance and interval. General settings. Yeah, we're going to leave interactive zone markers on, and we are on euros. So that's save the game as a baseline. Even though I know, just for camera trickery's sake, if I go to statistics, this cannot lie, that I am not aware of how you would do that. So there are collectibles. This I knew, blue flowers is what I've seen so far. I think there are different coloured flowers. So yes, less than 1 minute. Year one, as we know, that you start with, I've got 100,000 in the bank. So then let's start off down and strip the farm, and we're moving. So let's first of all do that. Now I wanted to feature the town. Now when I'm down here, your usual journey is to go up here and you'll go to the store, which is on the edge of town, but you just see this in the distance all of the time. Now I like to bring in the locals, and that is what I would like to do. Now I found this on other English maps where you went through the villages. It really gives you that sense of community when you do that. We're never going to get this down here. So I'd like to shift us. That's one of the main reasons for doing this. Second one is I've done this area to death. And although JMGaming has changed it. Yeah, can we? I know to say placeables. Yeah. So let's get rid of all the placeables first. This I have already done in the first run through. Oh, wait. Why will you not? It's really weird. Yeah. I also had difficulty on my first run through with one of my own buildings. And that's because Giants had changed the building site. Now, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a time lapse for the stripping of this. I don't want this to take forever, so we're going to do this at speed. So I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, that's that done. I forgot about. I was just thinking, what did I do the first time I did that? I thought weather station, the little tiny weather station that you can hardly see from the thing. So we've sold everything, lock, stock, and smoking barrel, because everyone's going to do this, and I've already done it a lot in FS22. The other thing is, again, I've got to think of the subscribers and viewers and who've stuck with me through thick and thin, and they will have seen this already. And I wish to like show something a little bit different, but I also do. It is true. Want to bring in? Oh, I do like what he's. No, no, no. He's not. He's not done what you think he's done. I thought he was going straight to the road. That would be. I would like that if he did. That would be fantastic. It's changed a little though. I think you can probably go to the top of the field and across, which I prefer that. It'd be better for the farm if we did that. Right. So then we've got some of the stuff now. I'm for speed and efficiency. Some of these things. Yeah. I'll explain my rules. What I've been playing recently is my extreme series. And I'm going to sort of hybridize that for this and sort of do something similar. So what we're going to do is, obviously we've got 934,390. I'm sure that's far less than we had last time. Oh yeah, no, because we've not sold equipment yet. Yeah, I'm going to sell some of the equipment, and we're going to, yeah, so not start from scratch. We're going to keep the tractors, or some of them. We're going to use the assets we've been given, and I know where we're going. We're going to go to the quarry. We're going to do a really completely different start than you normally would see, and that's because I'd like to, but I want to build back to the farm, and I'm not like not doing it. It's just that I want to start with something a little bit different. Now, strangely enough, the cement factory that I built suddenly went wrong. That's because Giants have made a change with the original cement factory, and the model I based it upon no longer exists. So where it was pulling from in the game, it was like, nah, can't do it. So I've just redesigned and sort of gone back to Giant's basic model, which I will change the model. I've also changed the production recipes to sort of match what I had already got a little. Right, so then let's do what I did last time. I'm going to put a blob of grass down. Now, this is what I found the most effective. Oh, no, I have got the mod on for doing this. A little tiny blob of grass. Two reasons. If you use colour, it refracts. So if I put it here, it'll go over here, or it'll go over here, or it'll go over here. But if you put a blob of grass, it goes exactly where you put it. And it like changes colour in the winter and all that. But you can see it all the time. And then we can switch interactive zone markers off. Because JMGaming is one of those map makers that has actually done something quite special. If you look at this, he's done different concrete in the bit where the square is. Now, a few other map makers I've seen this, but not many, but a few do. It means that if you switch the interactive zone markers off, he's got, I love the toolbox. It's sort of like saying this is the area where you're going to repair your things, but this is the bit you need to do it. The store bit is around here somewhere. Yeah, it is, but I mean, I don't mind using the menu. That's not a problem. So we've got 934,000. I've got time at 0.5 because we're not exactly working, although I suppose technically we really are. So let's go up to 1 times. Right, and so rules of engagement. Now then, we can only either buy from the store, the sales, or second-hand equipment. You know, the used equipment mod that is so fantastic. This brings in an element of like an unknown quantity, because it can load that if you run just 1 hour, it loads, but it can also take 6 months for the item that you have ordered for it to arrive. That brings in a random element that's out of your control, and I like that. It's not controllable, and that brings in that element of like, well, it'll happen when it happens, like real life, and that's what I like. We will sell certain of our things straight away, but not my main tractors or anything like that. Only because some of these I always do hate. I'm going to keep the Bredel, but I'm going to sell the Spike, because I will definitely go with something different. We will order a telehandler for the store. The brand, no, we'll keep the Evian. We are going to we're going to sell it where it is. I know I could earn more, but it's more about your time and like making the Let's Play. So it's not streamlining, as I would say, really. So we're going to sell the Capello, and we're going to see what we get. Now, the first time I did this, I had a setup to die for, which is just about typical, is it not? But now, so we're going to keep almost everything else. I don't like that. That's going. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan at all. Keeping the tractors. Car share will keep. Probably, I think you're allowed to move it now. We'll just see. I might. Yeah, no. Let's sell that. I'm not sure about. Yeah, it's only worth half of its price, but we're going to put the little car share down that I always have, the yellow one, which is the real what they look like, really. So, quick we'll keep. Stay weight we'll sell because I'm going to bring in my weight that I've just finished. Finally finished after like a year in the game. So I think all of that little lot we're going to keep. So we are up to where I thought we would be, 1,248,410. So that's what you would get if you stripped your farm. And I'm not trying to... this is still a new farmer start. When you think about it, we've got all of our sort of things. We've sold everything, lock, stock and smoke and barrel. We've still got a couple of vehicles. Now let's look at the sales this morning. All right, okay then. So... are we going to do... oh, my life. What is this, mower heaven or what? Yeah, obviously you can also sell the things. So let's start by giving... yeah, so let's first of all buy a telehandler. And I'm going to go for... this is going to be my new telehandler. This is a beautiful... it is a Merlot, but a Merlot with a difference. This is the CV-tronic 170 by... I can't see the name of the modder is. There's a new modder that I didn't recognise, actually. And we're going to change the colour a little bit. I think we're going to go... I'm not sure about that. Definitely not sure about the green. Let's go... yeah, no, that's okay. It's a bit bright, though. It is a bit bright. About... yeah, no, that's all right. That's not too terrible. So 149,500. Yes, so this is going to be the stores, so therefore the store will pay for it. So we want a telehandler tool. I'm going to go for Chris S. and Riley S. for this particular one. So that's 150,500. And we will go for unrealistic and more to go black. We will. So let's repay ourselves straight away for that. 150. Oh, no, 500. 500. And then we are square. And that is the telehandler for the store that cannot leave it. I mean, I'm not to the point where I couldn't go across the road or anything silly, like if there's a spillage, but I can't race across the map. This is not for me. This is the... well, it is, but it's for the store and the store only, so that I can't take liberties and start to use this like it's my own telehandler. So yeah, this is probably what I'm going to use frequently for the store. So obviously we can buy and sell things thanks to Giants making that a thing that you can actually gain a 10% thing. We will be buying things for ourselves as well. I prefer the Samas to the cross flow, so we're going to like buy that, but we're going to sell it because it all makes a little bit of cash. We have got a limit, but at the minute I'm not going to class that money as sort of like normal, so I'll explain. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. We have... well, I suppose, do we do that? Yeah, so really we shouldn't be doing this, but we'll allow it for now. But for going forwards, we are not allowed to sell things like unless they were 115,000, that would be. So like a tenth, 10% of that. So even this, but we will allow it for now because we're going to spend a lot of cash. Right, so let's just for this time allow that. That we're going to buy for ourselves, and it does come with the actual swathing section. So yeah, we'll buy that in case we're going to grass. Not sort of like, but right. So then let's sell these bits and bobs. And keep the Samas. Do we keep the Cavernlands? Yeah, because we've not got a sprayer. No, I'm... oh, did I? No, I missed it. Right, so let's get this sold. So we're going to feature the buy and selling as like one of our things, but I've also streamlined this. We're allowed to buy new items up to either 5,000. Yeah, so there's a sort of a... you know, like, well, although I can't buy new items, I can buy them if they're lower than 5,000 or up to 5,000 basically, but not any like more than that, with an exception if we needed a front loader weight or yeah, those sort of pre-mozers. So you're always going to give yourself the ability to be able to get out of trouble with that sort of thing, so that we will allow. So let's grab the Cavernland and we'll literally grab the cross float. I like the cross flow, but you have to keep unhooking its knuckles all the time and like opening them up every time a worker's gone in it. And although I do love it when it is at its full extension, I much prefer Hispano's black and red set because it's less faffy, and that matters to me. I like my equipment to be ready to use. I grab my equipment and I use it. I don't like this where I've got to cycle through all of my stuff, and like with the numbered ones that I think Just Farming do and things, and quite a few. I'm not having pointing fingers. I'm just saying I don't like that. Others do. It's simple as that, but I don't. So therefore, this to me is too faffy. That by Just Farming, like the Cenebogan, that's the same. That's too faffy for me. So it's just not for me. Simple as. It's just not. I'm not having a go and saying it's like awful or anything. I'm saying I don't like it because it's not. It doesn't suit my play style. Is all I'm saying. Yeah. So go. I'm trying to create content, so I want to be efficient. I don't want to be faffing around. Right, so we've got one of those. Yeah, we'll keep the one we've got. I'm not getting another one. But we will order. Talking about it because we're going to need. So again, we can only order the. I'm going to go for my auger actually. I think so. We're going to go for the large trailer, and we're going to order a used. Continuous search, 98% success. And what else are we going to do? I think we're going to order... No, that'll do. That'll do for that. So, plows. Going to order ridiculous dumps. It's less than 5,000. So we're allowed. Right then. So, now this is going to be a bit of an exception. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy our first thing on the map. So we've moved. We want some land. That's obvious. So I'm buying this, but I'm going to explain what I'm going to do. Yes, straight away. That I'm sort of allowing a little bit of poetic, creative license. It's got a massive hole in it. When we empty all the stone out of it, I'm going to allow me to fill this. This is going to be the farmyard. I want this, but obviously we've got to grab all of the stone out of it, and there's a lot of stone there, and put that in storage. And I'd like to feature us making, like, using the stone into, the cement factory. As I said, now the visuals are going to change. They are, and I'm also going to hide... no, okay. No, let's do this all properly. Right, so we're going to need the stone picker. Sorry, the stone picker. Well, we are going to need a stone picker as well, but like we shall see, that's not important. What we do need is the mulcher. So this is sort of going to be the deciding factor. What I'm trying to say is we've ordered these things. We can't... do we allow leasing to begin with so we could like make a start? I think... No, yeah, I was going with an idea I had earlier. So we're going to get rid of a little bit of the fence just on this section here. And I'm going to need... Oh, I hate that when I do that. Yeah, so let's get rid of that little one as well. Because otherwise it looks... Oh, no, you've still done it. It's... Yeah, it does it. The sections, I need to put a post down now. So, fences, I'm sure one of these you can just stick like the end down. It needs to be similar-ish. Like, say, that one. And then just put the end piece down like that. And that's it. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Job is a good one. We've now put an end piece back on. So we can now do this. Now, or do I hide them? No, I don't employ any trickery. We've got to treat this like real life. So we've got to remove these by any proper means. We've ordered the chipper. we've got this, but for now we're going to use a Giants model, but the model itself is going to change. I'm going to stick mine in, but I didn't have time to do this. I'm trying to work on the map, and this was the only way I could make this work. I've spent hours on this, and I thought I haven't got time for this kind of faffing around. You know, like when I'm trying to show my friend's map off, I'm just going to have to do this, like, once I've got the first episode done and all that type of stuff. So the minute it looks like a Giants one, because it really is, with an enhanced recipe similar to the one that I did normally. So yeah, the most important thing is on the right hand side. So I would like to do it like, say that, and do that, yeah, because we're going to get rid of that tree, but we do need to like go into that at the time for the time being. No, the pallets spawn at the front. So actually we need the side. That's it. Yeah, that's fine. Now the bit we need to chuck. The one thing we're going to have to do though is... Oh, it's got noises. Is treat this as if this was here already. There's one thing we need to get this started, and that is the mover. So we are going to allow the buying and selling of that. So the other thing is, yeah, let's do the field that I did before. We're also going to buy field 18. This is also, parts of this are going to be for the farmyard, and we're going to do that straight away. We're preparing our work area. So then, it's not going to be a field though, so I apologise in advance, we're damaging crop straight away. So this sort of point over here is let's just go, is probably where we need it to level. So there's going to be a slab of concrete that is in time going to have sheds on it and all the rest of it in this area. So right, let's just prep that right now. Level, let's give it some intensity and a bit of size. And we are going to go, that's a bit too much size, from about, I would say, yeah, there. And then we're going to like, this is going to be our work area. Let's be fairly generous as well. Oh, I wasn't trying to do that generous, but hey ho. Is that level? Let's go back to the start point and level completely without missing any. Of course, it takes a few seconds for the game engine to catch up because it's very slow. It is. It's very slow. Alright, so it's back to there so we don't lose it or change levels. It's actually gone a bit bigger than the last time we did this. Is that? Yeah, I think it's right. So now we need to soften a little bit on that edge where we're going to likely to join this from here. Do we need intensity? No, probably not. Actually, let's give that minimum intensity. We just want it softening a little. Not any major, but you want to like just roll off the road straight onto what is going to be the farmyard. So let's just, yeah, it's not too bad. And then soften this bit. So it's not like, it doesn't look like it was computer generated, which of course it was. But yeah, we don't want it to look like it was. We want to make it look like it's real. You know, like it would do in real life. Let's just soften a little. And we're going to like make this into a slab of concrete like it is literally our home base. Because it is. That is what it's going to be. So this is our replacement farmyard. We may well extend some of this like into an area like that, but keep then sort of rejig the fields a little bit. So I'm going to go for one of my favourites, which is the concrete pebbles. I do like these a lot. So let's very gently try and not extend too much into the road itself. I've been very careful not to overdo it. So of course our farmyard is all costing cash. Yes, we are like spending the money again back on the farmyard. Our new farmyard. I'm not trying to like have a big pot of money or anything like that. It's just literally about doing something a bit different and a slightly different start. than what everyone else is going to do, basically. Right, smashing. So that is the farmyard over there. We're going to put sheds on, obviously, going forwards. But again, we've already just blown about 300 grand straight away on this. So, with that in mind, we're going to order. Now, this is as if it was. This is me setting the you know, like the parameters of the entire Let's Play. So we're going to like do a store delivery, because this we would need, this belt system, we would need to do the job that we're going to do. So I'm going to allow this as the exception for us buying. Still costing us. But this we need to make it actually work. So let's just straight away reset that. And let's grab, yeah, we do need to grab a tractor. So then let's grab a tractor. You are the lead, I think. Yeah, so let's set the destination. Not sure if the AI splines do work. I tested it earlier, but I'm not sure if they work from there. So let's just go on this back road. I'm not sure. I've not tried the little road, so I'm not. Yeah, it's. Now this is something JMGaming has got better at, because he originally on Rombos, the AI splines was the one thing he missed for a long, long time. But yes, I'm not trying to cheat. So let's see, can we actually grab the storage? No, I've actually increased the storage, so we should be all right. I am going to say completely change the model, because I don't want to be using I want to be using a model that yeah, even the traffic and everything's working. I mentioned, this is the release candidate. This is in for testing with Giants. I missed my early opportunity about 3 or 4 weeks ago, where JMGaming did message me and said, did you want to do the beta testing? Which I missed. My friend, unfortunately, was very poorly, and he has now passed away. But I was sort of, I think, not in a fit state to. So I think I missed the message from JMGaming. Just getting over it a little. I'm not saying I've got over it. You don't. He's a really good friend. I think I've actually gone too far. Does the Giants want to allow this? Or am I in the wrong place? This is a little bit finicky as well. You know, mine allows for this. I'm not sure you can unload into a Giant. Yeah, you could. You can. It's the same as dumping. Yeah, we can dump. I'm a bit too far. Yeah, I'm not. Because it's a tiny little spot just there. It is the real problem with this. So we need to like level up a little, and then, because it will get stuck in the stone. Yeah, you could hear it then. Oh, okay. It's actually going inside the factory. I was wondering why it's uneven. We're actually on an uneven keel, aren't we? So let's fill the storage with that and switch the recipes on. The recipes are equal. The recipes are based upon the ones I already had. So we have owned. So we're going to do standard cement bricks. You will see that the recipe is not the same as Giants. We're going to do cement bags. Unfortunately, the bad thing about this is I with my own that just for some reason wouldn't work. Let's have a look at storage. Oh, I think we made the storage a little bit big. That's not a terrible thing. That was a mistake. I meant it to be 240,000. But hey ho, it is what it is. That'll trundle on a little bit. Right, I believe our tractor is nearly here. So let's grab that before it stops, because it's going to stop soon. Let's grab Lando. And thank you, Lando, very much. Ooh. Stop dead. So we're a million. While we can work, we're going to work. And, you know, when we can't work. Yeah, I love this. Beautiful. Very nice, going through the water and splashing. So we've got that to show off a lot, because this is going to be the route we take an awful lot of time. So, yay. So then, The other thing I thought of is, because the loading and unloading is going to be such a pain in the backside because they're little tiny pallets. Now, I'm not sure where these spawn, so let me just actually tell them to spawn so we can see where they are. And we have got a front loader, so all we need is the... So we're going to like go cement bricks. Going to like say spawn and spawn and spawn. So they spawn straight away. So we can see where they are. Now, I think it's the fronts here. Now, the one thing I do know from bitter experience is if you are spawning pallets and it is uneven, it's an absolute nightmare. Yeah, it really is. So let's do that. So it's level, which is going to be level with this, really. So we need to pull the front of that so it is well and truly level. Yeah, and then the pallets won't like try to do weird things, which they do if it's not level. And this I have seen on one of JMGaming's maps, down to me again, like doing things a little bit wrongly. So I think should be. Let's soften that edge a little. Intensity minimum. No, it is. It is. That's too terrible, I don't think. I think that's alright. I reckon. As long as this area is flat as a pancake, it should be alright. So that is... No, it's definitely not filled. No, but it's got 200,000 litres, and we are in business. Right, oh, okay. The bad thing is, obviously, it's a very small catchment area. Right, I think we're all right. Yeah, we literally, the business is going. We're not going to get through 200,000 litres in like 10 minutes, are we? So we just, our best and worst ally is time, really. So what we're going to do is, that's going. It's making those. Time is still going to speed that up. It's not going to like do. But what I'd like to do is obviously feature the buying and selling as well. That is our other secondary fallback business. You know, we are doing, instead of contracts like P, we are doing the buying and selling of things. Now we've got 1 million, which means we can only buy things 100 grand or more. We can't buy a little, unless of course we buy them for ourselves. Yeah, I mean that's a different matter. But what I'm saying is we can't buy and sell anything because we've got 1 million in the bank. We've got to be selling only expensive objects. Right, so let's stick that like that, and let's grab you out the way. I'm not sure that we're doing any grass, but this is, I just couldn't resist at that price. That was amazing. And you never know, we could like do a BJ or something. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. Right. Careful. I was trying to slow down, honest. Right, so then it's August. It's 8:30. We've spent 30 minutes so far. And yeah, let's speed up time. We've got no... Are we going to do a generator? I like to, yeah. Let's do the generator as well. So we're going to go to the farmyard. It's not that far, honest. Yeah, this is another thing that's been nerfed that's a little bit annoying. We could stick it on the edge. So generators, placeables. Generators, that one there. I do love this. Where the wind would be at its best. We'd say about there. Yep, perfect. Excellent. Right, so let's go through till about 1 o'clock. Because all we can do is watch our like stone turn into products. So let's go through till about 1-ish. And we will both look at our production first to see how many thousand litres that we've got already. Which we shouldn't have that much really, but yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, not even 1,000 litres, so we've not got any spawn at all, which is, it's right, it's a standard production, it's not anything special. I would like to go better so that it is faster, But this is not the giant, so even this is quicker than giants would be the little one. It would be very, very slow, really, really slow. So what is in sales? Has anything popped? The HR6 header. No. There are a lot of unique field types. As you can see, JMGaming has got like Vetri and all manner of things like that. So yes, right. No, there's nothing on there that we can buy. We said so 6 o'clock. Let's go through to 6. We're making our business is going. It's just all my life. 6 o'clock. That's more like 8, and it is like August, so it's a bit stingy. Ooh, now that's more like it. Yeah, very nice. So we've got a couple of things that we can sell, which is going to bring in quite a bit of cash. Do we keep that? And the only thing I don't like about it is its capacity is a bit weak. But I mean, I realise a lot of them are this size, but I personally am not a massive fan of this particular size. Yeah, I would prefer something like the Colossus or anything that's about 18,000 litres or slightly more. So we will say no to this. We could order one of mine, but I'm just going to see. You often get harvesters, and we're not actually at this point where it's terribly important right now, where we need a harvester this very month. Although you could argue that my onions are now brewing on the field. I think they're onions. They look like onions. So yeah. Let's stick a bit of light on as well. It is a bit stingy, to say the least. I always think, it's such a weird driving angle with this. We're looking into the sky. I know it corrects itself. What I mean is you're driving, so surely you should be driving looking at the ground. Really, is what I'm saying. Right, so then we have... Yeah, I'm happy to not... We've already got like our originals, like planter and a seeder, which is very generous of JMGaming. Did I actually show you... I didn't focus on that very much, did I? Really? How big is that? 6 meter. I think that's what we've got ourselves. Slightly bigger. It's the planter is the Horsch, the Maestro, 6.7 meter, and the Aerosem is the one that's a 5 meter that we've got. So yeah, and the server, that's the thing I meant to sell. Yeah, we'll sell it direct. I knew there was something else I'd missed. Yeah, right, fantastic. That's it. Yeah, everything else I'm happy with. So 1,152,000. We have sold everything that we can sell, that we're allowed. Let's go through till next morning, 00 hours. A bit of a tick up, mediocre, not terrible, not brilliant. Yeah. Oh. Do we buy... Oh, now that would be useful. That's only for... Yeah, but it's only for that one thing. Now that would be useful. It would. Again, we can swap it, but for now we could claim this one as ours for 60 grand. I don't mind that at all. Eco. Standard. We'll go eco in case we're not keeping it. Because they do retain their value for a few months. So this would give us that telehandler access early on. So that's never a bad thing. So let's switch your lights on and stick you also not so you're not taking... Yeah, I'm sort of getting into the habit of like moving everything out the way so you're not taking up slots. Because it can soon fill up if you're lucky. And like you buy a lot. You can't really guarantee that. But let's go on the basis we could do well. Right, so then, yeah, that's everything. Let's go through till daylight, proper daylight, about 9 o'clock. And the first thing we're going to do is see how our pallets are doing. Or shouldn't we look? Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, so we have actually got nearly 3,000 litres of roof plates, nearly 2,000 litres of cement bags, and 2,000 litres of, and you can see our amount of stones is... Yeah, they've changed this. This is new, and they're not sure if this... But this still existed. Yeah, it did. Now, you can see how terrible the giant swans is. And the loss would not be like that. So I've voted with my feet. The Arox. Has it got a... Whoa, that took a long time to pop. I don't think it'll have a... No, it's not. So we'll leave it. I'm not... Yeah, because it's less than 100 grand, like we said. Oh, now this I would like for us to have. I would indeed. Is this the 22,000 one or the 19? Oh, it's a biggie. And we've got a 547 as standard. You always have to pay the options. It's one of those things. That's it. It's more if you go for a newer one, which does sort of make a certain amount of chopper, rear hitches. Go for the standard. Yeah, I'm not. We do want a bigger pipe though. Yeah, we're going to go for the foldable, I think. Yeah, so slightly smaller, but it does cost you a fortune. So that is going to really take quite a bit of cash for us to do that. You couldn't sell this and make it for a profit, so this really is for us. Yeah, that's quite fortunate that we've got that. Let's repair it straight away. So this is ours for the future. So tick, we have now got a beautiful harvester, and it's a John Deere. Let's get it repaired. It's going to cost us a fortune, I realise. But no, not after that. We would have lost a fortune. We would, it's true. Yeah, the options on this make it not really viable for selling. You'll never make it work with this for selling, but I keep this because it's such a cracking harvester. I'm not worried if I can't sell it. Right, smashing. Excellent. So let's go through till... I would like, actually, because I'm not really trying to zippity-doo-dah so that we like zip, zip, zip or anything like that. We've done a well already. What I would like to do is pop over and see where the spawning is. So it was totally not where you thought. It was totally here. Right, okay, with that in mind, because this is going to be so faffy, basically, we need to do something a bit special. So we like level that front for no reason at all. So they're actually going that way. I think it's the little ones are only 2 pallets as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be crafty. And I don't apologise for that, because these pallets were going to drive us all crazy because of how... Let me just level this. Right. I think that is about right. So we need to... Can we get rid of that? I will continue, honestly. I'm not... let's do the same that we've done across the road. It's a shame because that was really beautiful flowers. So I'm going to be a little bit crafty. Now, I always do my self-marketing. Always do. And we're going to do this with no exception on this one. But I'm going to be a little bit clever, because if this is going to be one of the main businesses, I'm going to strategically place my... No, yeah, no, it's right. Yeah, that is right. So soften a little, just to like pull the two things square. It's not too terrible, I don't think. So now we need to put our sell point down, our self-marketing. But we're going to be a little bit clever about it. It's because I really, and this is cleverer than normal as well. So we want our self-marketing, which is going to bring in an additional... we're going to do this sideways because I would like it to be like realistic. Now it is, of course, yeah, I'm going to have to do it like that. So we're going to have to do it in B mode, which means that is not going to be very nice. So we then need to level from that point there, so that that is... we can pour it into the flat area. Looks to be good to me. Yeah, I think that's alright. Bit of softening just so that doesn't like go too terrible. And hopefully with our front loader, which we've got. So the other thing we want to buy is, which we did say we're allowed to do this as a tool for our front loader. Yeah, I'm going to buy my favourite, which is NASA's. After trying Chris S. and Riley S's, I like it a lot, but because it's solid, it's not... Yeah, NASA's is still better for like loading and unloading a lot. I do like it. I've got my own, but it's at the minute not actually working. Yeah, it says... I must remember I've got the double forks, so I could actually use that for my model. Yeah, I need to tweak a little. So we're going to use NASA's. And yeah, no, we don't need to find use for that. We already said that. And we're also going to do my weights. This is finally finished. This is a very, very long-term project that's been really in the offing for a very long time. That's another thing we're going to need to buy for later on. So let's grab the find used. Fantastic. That is my own model from start to finish, as is this. Now, it's a strange looking thing. We're going to go for 2,500, my standard one. Yeah, so let's grab this. It's near, not quite on ground zero. So no, we can buy that outright because it's far less. Fantastic. That is for our tractor. Brilliant. So we will grab that and pull this across. How much have we actually got in storage? Now, the other thing is, it's not worth selling yet. So although we've done this, we're not really selling this until the best value, which is in January. No, it's not. It's in March. It's all in March. Yeah, because this is the bog standard giants. Well, actually, I think these sell all of the time for pretty much the same price, if I remember rightly. If it were mine, it'd be different, but it isn't. So cement, yeah, it's like 1,005 to 1,000. There's €2 difference. So in other words, you can sell it whenever you like. So we'll build a bit of a stockpile. I'd sooner like sell quite a bit, and it's not like we've got far to sell it. So we will just keep pushing those into there and sell them, because I'm going to be like sick to death of like selling these, because we're going to have so much over the time of the Let's Play. So I want to make that as easy as possible to sell it ourselves at our sell points. So how are we doing on storage? 244,000, a lot. That's so brilliant. So then we need, yeah, let's go back over to the store, because the business is running. Yeah, we're not like being naughty and like not doing the business. The business is going. Now the other thing is, at December time, I want to, because most of these fields should be empty at that point. We're going to buy a few fields. I've got to be careful, because obviously it could run away with us as well. So yeah, we did brilliant last time for the that's true, we got a telehandler. Why are we like buying front load of things when we've got a telehandler, you wally? I know we have got a front load. Well, we can at least do this, and we can grab a NASA. Yeah, we're going to probably, I would say we're going to use that too. So let's, fantastic. Yay. Oh, it does actually fit. You were right. It does actually fit nicely under nearly all telehandlers, but does not go on the floor. It's low, but then you'd expect it to be low because a telehandler's low. So yeah, that's not as bad as yeah, it's actually worked better than I thought. Right, so then let's grab a telehandler tool. It's taking shape. It is. All right, so telehandler tool. And I like that one. I do prefer that to NASA's, but it doesn't work well for I'd say I'm trying to not copy NASA's, but as close to copy without copying. Yeah, I don't I don't want to like make Nazas my own by copying it and then it's really Nazas with my name on it. That's not what I want to do. I want to like see what he did and do it myself, but I cannot for the life of me make it work. So I'm missing something in making it work, but we'll get there. Like send this down. Yeah, we're going to need to... Oh, no, have we repaired it? No. So the back, the other side you can see is a 3-point connector. It's a bit self-made, it's supposed to be. That's why it's reasonable. So we want to repair you, yes. And everything else is brand spanking new. So let's send this over. Oh, let's just move this out of the way a little as well. I don't want it taking us... Oh, okay, I never grabbed it. This is what I was saying about Nazas. That took 3 clicks. This is why I prefer Chris S and Riley S's. Nazas is not... doesn't always grab things first time. Now, if obviously he's a content creator, well, as a player, really, it's important, but I do find it gets in the way... the physical nature of the times with Chris S and Riley S's. But it is much better at grabbing first time. This is noisy telehandler. Right, set your destination to our place of work. So we will go on that little road. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to do this. It is. It's quite happy. Alright, fantastic. So then let's speed time up. So we've got a harvester. Oh, we can order it. We can actually look for any header. That beast can use pretty much anything. So let's just keep it on that. And we can now go down to 90,000 because we've only got 900,000 now. So let's go through till dinner because our business is ticking over nicely. 1 o'clock. Let's see if there's any... Well, it's almost an hourly pop of the sales, almost. So you should see things... oh, it's just a poplar planter. Are we doing... No, we're not. No, I'll do me poplar greenhouse if I... And we can't sell it because it's only 50,000. So let's go through till tea time. 6-ish. No, not too terrible for 8,000. It's a bit fast to keep like a hold on it, really. So, BB Moz, we could sell that. We could. I mean, we're not selling a lot, are we? We do need one ourselves. Although I've got the mover, but I want that to be for the stone job, really. I mean, we couldn't borrow it or anything, but. Let's go through till 0. I think we'll stop in the morning. So I'd say that's a session. That's it. Oh, now that was a nice tick up. 17,666. Very nice. That will buy and sell. That is... Oh, okay, I never saw that. No options. Well, we're not cheating. No, 485,000 we could now go for like this type of thing because it is within our price range now that our money is down. And it does fluctuate, and that we're not cheating. We're just using the rules. We're going to buy that. In case we've got something like the Airhawk. I know the chances of that low. Now this I think we're going to go for. We will go for the... Ooh, this is bigger than I thought it went. I didn't think it went up to 21,000. Wow. Wow, it's amazing. I never realised it went that high. Wow, yeah, 21,000 it is. Love these. Green and orange. I'm not sure. Yeah, that'll do. It will. So it's not a bad sized. In fact, actually, it's bigger than ours. We'll put the two together, and you got a 40-tonner. That's not bad at all. Right, so let's go through till the morning. We've still got a bit of cash, so we can just hold on and sell it in daylight. I'm trying to think of you, dragging you through. Let's go through till 8. We shall see what popped overnight in the sales in the... Oh, a brilliant tractor. Oh, now that might be useful. It is indeed 30,000, 60% off. So that's for us. Grab that and sell it, and we'll sell all the big items that we've actually bought overnight, and we will buy that for ourselves when we've made a bit of room. Right, smashing. So we're keeping this for ourselves. Oh, okay, got back into the other one. They don't like it if you steer that tight, it slows them down. Yeah, I had another go with the cranes. Ooh, where did I drag the... Where's the chest? The toolbox gone. What have I done with the toolbox? It's a bit odd. I mean, I know I caught it a little, but I didn't realise it had, like, gone wandering. It's a bit odd. It is. I don't know what I've done with that. Where it's gone, I can't see where. Very slow reverse. Gordon Bennett. That's not too terrible. It's made a bit more profit. So we want to be selling this little lot, and you were keeping. So we've got a bigger trailer in this than we have our original one, which is, I think it's a 19,600 or something like that. We do want the header. We do want to borrow the telehandler, because it has us back. Oh, I also bought the Unihid as well. I've run off, and it's, yeah. Oh. Fantastic. Can we, with the heavy weight of this, actually grab that and carry it? I think we should be able to in real life, so we shall see. How good. So you can see, stick me on the actual... Oh no, this is Chris S and Riley S. Yeah, this should be first time. This doesn't care what you're on. This is just, it grabs so very, very well. Very few times have I ever needed to click this twice. It grabs it straight away. It is amazing. Let's drop that as well, because otherwise it'll think it's still got the weight on. We don't want that. So, yep, and yeah. So just under 1 million, and we've still got that. Now we do want the header, and also I did see the fence. I can't pretend I didn't. So we're gonna go standard. Yeah, we don't want anything horrible. We're going to go main colour John Deere. It would make sense because we have a John Deere. On the main section, the white Thresher. Not sure white suits it. Let's do that. The John Deere yellow. Yeah. Okay. Design colour 2. Let's do that also John Deere, so that the biggest section is John Deere. Yeah, no, I think that's not too terrible. So let's buy that for 30,254. And it's a 16-meter beautiful header. Oh, it's another one of the little ones. It's another tractor. It really is very useful. So you know something, as long as it doesn't cost too much. Oh, it's quite a bit of a thing, really. No. We're gonna buy it to sell it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not rubbish, but what I mean is the options make it a little bit. Oh, I shouldn't have bought that shed house. No, it was about in that range-ish, really. Not far off. I mean, again, it's a guide. It's not, not like the Holy Grail. It's got to be obeyed, but it's sort of like just to keep things flowing nicely, that I don't get little items that are worth like 1,000. Then it takes 10 minutes to like keep getting through the sales when we've got a lot of money already. When we're skint, we can go for whatever we want because it's fair. So we've still only got the original tractors. I think that is where we're going to leave things. So we're up to 948,000. We've got a harvester and a header. It is October. We've got the beginnings of... we're not doing as well as we did the first time. I'll tell you this, by the time we got here, we'd got so much equipment. We're so lucky on our drops, which is... I always find this is the case. If you've got to, like, ever restart a Let's Play, it's never going to be... It's almost like reality knew that it wasn't going to work, and it like laughs at you by letting you have all your heart's desire, because it knows that this is not going to last. Whereas when it does last, you get like just a normal run-of-the-mill set of equipment that is just okay, and that's because it knows you're going to keep that, so it's quite happy for you to have mediocre things. It's always been the way. It's true. It's like short Let's Plays. I always seem to do well on those because I know I'm not staying long. But on a proper Let's Play, like Rizu Forest, all my life, we got some things drop in the very last year, and it was quite a long Let's Play. It was one of them, all my life, when am I going to get some, good drops? Not they were terrible. What I mean is, I know what I mean. The equipment I would have really liked. We got some nice tractors, though. So it's not, you've got to look. Rough with the smooth, and I do like it because it's realistic. I didn't like cheat and do it by design, or I always go for the same things, but it is nice to have some nice things, and we did get them in the last year. So I mean, we have got JHHG's harvester, and we've got this beautiful header, so I'm not going to cry too much. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that is a good thing. And this is nice by Axery too. I like this a lot. And it's larger than I ever thought it was, 21,000 litres, so that's brilliant. So we're going to leave it there. Our business is ticking over. We are going to like do some selling. Yeah, I'm not going to do this, because there's going to be quite a few pallets now. Yeah, we've got sort of like 5, 9, 13 pallets. So, but this is obviously standard pricing, and it is so of course we've got some fertilizer that we were given originally. So, yes. Right, so then, all that remains to be said for this, our first session, is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.